Hello and welcome to Marketing with Gracious. Here we take complex marketing topics and break them down so that we can all understand them better. Today we are going to talk about SWOT analysis with the example of Apple, one of the most renowned brands in the world. Before we go ahead, I must say please subscribe to the channel for more marketing content and also to keep me motivated. So let's understand why it's called SWOT in the first place. SWOT is called SWOT because of the four letters SWOT, which stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths and weaknesses are internal, which means it relates to the factors that the company can control, while opportunities and threats are external, which means it relates to the factors which the company cannot control but it still impacts the business. So, strengths. Strengths, in simple terms, are what the company is good at. It is important to identify the things that the company is good at and continue to build on it because these serve as the competitive advantage for the company over others. So, now let's take a look at the strengths of Apple. Three strengths of Apple that come to my mind are their production capability, their marketing, and their brand image. Let's talk about production capability. Apple has production facilities in China and India now, which allows them to produce iPhones at a very cheap cost. The next thing is brand image. So we all know that Apple is one of the most renowned brands in the world, right? We already know that before an iPhone is released, you will see a bunch of people waiting outside an iPhone store. And even though this iPhone might not have the craziest upgrade compared to its predecessor, there'll be a huge line waiting for it. And this is down to Apple's brand image. And the next thing is their marketing. Apple's marketing is second to none. And I'm not just talking about the advertisements that make us, think creatively. I'm also talking about, even the experience you have when you just open a box. Next, weaknesses. Weaknesses refers to the things that the company has control over but also needs significant improvements. It's really important for a company to improve on weaknesses because it could serve as a competitive advantage for your competitors. Now let's take a look at Apple. One of Apple's biggest weaknesses in recent time has been their lack of innovation in new products. Samsung and OnePlus have taken this as an opportunity by coming up with innovative products of their own. Samsung has made foldable phones while OnePlus has packed a lot of features in a single phone while keeping the price point in check. Now let's talk about the outsiders, opportunities and threats. Opportunities are factors that the company really does not have control over, but they can capitalize on them to drive further growth. So let's talk about Apple again. So let's say there was a sudden surge in market demand for cameras. Apple might consider making cameras of their own because a huge chunk of Apple's customers are actually in the creative field and maybe they might be interested in buying Apple's cameras. Threats are problems that may arise, but the company has no control over it. The best the company can do is to have measures in place to shield themselves from the consequences of if the threat actually happens. One threat that happened to Apple many years ago is the emergence of a new competitor in the smartphone market, who we now know as OnePlus. OnePlus had taken the smartphone market by storm. The first OnePlus phone was not even accessible to everybody, and that's what created a crazy buzz around this smartphone company. Eventually, OnePlus also started giving competition to Apple on other marketing fronts. They had state of the art experience centers and also a great production facility. Today, there are a lot of fans of the OnePlus brand similar to the Apple brand. So, OnePlus is also giving a strong competition in terms of brand awareness. All the four elements of the SWOT analysis are extremely crucial for businesses. It helps businesses to understand the environment they operate in and also drives action for the future. That's it from this video. I hope you learned a great deal from it and I would love to see you on future videos of Marketing with Gracious. For now, please subscribe to my channel and thank you for watching.